We wake up by the sunrise, and you're staring back at me. I hold on to the moment as we cast it out to sea. And the lights come on, reflecting off your skin. So burning stars are all we are, ignited from within.
Yo, that's an ugly ass white, dude. What is poppin', ladies and gentlemen? I know I didn't have a video going out yesterday. Get used to it. If it happens, it happens. I don't force it. It's just like something I'm compelled to do, right? I don't just like get up and make videos just so I can get views and subscribers or something like that. Psych, that's why I do it. So subscribe, comment, like, share. No, I'm just kidding. There's probably like, literally, I don't even know, not that many. There's probably like 10% of the population out there that's gonna even see this content, and out of those 10%, maybe 5% will actually understand it and be compelled to keep going on their path to this wonderful enlightenment thing that we're all trying to get to. I'm telling you guys, right? I'm telling you. You get to a certain point where you just understand that it's not gonna be fun without anybody else. It ain't fun alone. The winner take all attitude is gone, right? It's only fun to bring everybody there with you, right? So I want to talk about this energy that we all have. We all have like these superpowers we all have that we just never hear about. And we never hear about them for a reason. We never hear about them because when you are enlightened, you become like God incarnated on the earth. You know everything there is to know. You're not in fear of anything. You're in complete clarity. You're completely here to just manifest and experience joy and love with everybody. And with everybody on this same page, there's no ego. There's no ego structure. There's no like, I'm better than you, I got more than you, because we realize nothing here is valuable, nothing. It's all just a means to an end. It's all just a means to an experience for some sort of like discovery, some sort of like, I mean, that's what this is. This isn't really like, I honestly, guys, don't think this is an intrinsically valuable lesson. I think all that is just likes new experiences, and just like we like playing video games to get new experiences on our TV, the creator likes to come incarnate it through different eyes and have different experiences. So it's really cool, guys. I like how that kind of flowed right there. It's not something you're achieving though. You're not achieving this. This is not anything that you have to go get and bring to you. It's already in you. It's already in you. It is you. It's everything, right? When I say that you can connect to the whole grid, it's because you literally are the whole grid, yo. You are the oxygen you're breathing. You are every skin cell on your body. You are every single thing of empty space and anything in it that can possibly exist, and everything that's not that at the same time. You literally are everything, right? So why wouldn't you be connected to everything? I don't know. Just advice. You don't gotta take my word for it. All right? You don't gotta take my word for it. But I can assure you that you were born with this. If you are very careful when you're reading any religious book like the Bible, where it talks about Christ and Christ's second coming, right? This is very important to the enlightened being who reads this. This is how I would read it. When you're born, you don't have any definitions. You don't have anything you're trying to explain. It's all just magic. And the Bible says many times, look to the children. Look to the children to see look to the children to see what God's heart is like, right? This unassuming, imaginative, everything is a playland kind of attitude, right? Well, the moment that we start to define things, that's a chair, that's a table, that's a pan, that's a pot, we literally believe that they are separate from us, right? See, the ancients, they didn't used to use words. They didn't use English. They used symbols, right? Way higher vibration. Symbols, anybody can look at the symbol of a tree and know that it's a tree, right? But if I say tree in English, tree in Spanish, tree in French, tree in Russian, we're gonna get fucking confused really quick. So, they took telepathy, they took our language, they took everything that we had to express ourselves on every level, and they replaced it with spells, spelling, and they used a language that wasn't complete. What I mean by that is the English language is exactly half of a complete language, like Hebrew. You can call this sort of a cabal if you want, right? Cable, cabal, connected all the way through. You can explain everything with it. Well, if you only have half the language, that's when you end up using words that have like double meanings or double sounds that mean something different, right? Like, I'm gonna mine for gold, or I'm gonna mind my business. I know they're completely different things, but you know what I mean, right? We start having all these words that sound the same that mean something different. That's because we're missing half of the language, guys. It's incomplete. This is why it says in the Bible, you will not come to these understandings through flesh and blood. You cannot read about it. Words can lie. Right? You cannot be told about it. Words can lie. Man's thoughts are foolish to God. So why would you think that you could just listen to this man up here's thoughts about what this book means and get somewhere with it? You think you're getting somewhere with it. You think it's helping you out. But really what you need to do in order to get the second coming of this Christ you speak of, you need to literally forget all the shit that's been put in your head your whole life. Because you had it when you were born, you lost it taking on the human traits. Also says this about Jesus in the Bible. When Jesus came to earth, he began taking on human traits. The devil tempted him 3 times. And every time, what was it? It was some sort of physical desire, some sort of physical promise, right? And every time, the devil was answered with the correct knowledge and by an enlightened being. This is what the birth of the virgin is. This is Christ actually becoming Christ. This is Jesus becoming Christ. This is what the Mother Mary virgin birth is, because it can't be from man. It can't be from physical. Everything physical is in error. You think you know what I look like. You've never seen me. You don't know what I look like. Right? I don't look like this. Right? You think you know what this illusion is telling you, but you don't. The trees have a language, guys. The trees are talking. The dirt, the ground is all communicating. If you have a plant in a pot in your house, you should look up the rules of Mayat. Mayat is the earth. Mayat means math. Math is like the truth. So even the marijuana plant, I mean, it says right there in Mayat, like laws, it says, do not take without giving. Do not take without giving, replenishing, right? Meaning if you eat the fruit off the tree, or the fruit that spoils at the bottom of the tree, right? Instead of going out and hacksawing all these animals up and eating your fucking fat cheeseburgers, right? Instead of eating for emotions, instead of eating for desire, instead of eating for entertainment, you just eat to stay alive. And what happens when you take a dump on the ground after you eat a bunch of fruits, guys? I know it sounds gross, but we gotta talk about this. You plant seeds in the ground with fertile soil. Woo! So what you're telling me is after we eat the fruit that the tree provided us, naturally, when we feast on the ground, it's gonna plant the fruit. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's a give and take system, right? Give and take. What's going on with the marijuana tree, yo? Especially the feminine aspect of it. It's getting raped. These plants, these trees, they're all alive, guys. They're all connected into the ground. Have you seen Avatar? You think it's a joke? You think it's just like, yo, he just had a good imagination? No. They know something. These people are smart. There's a lot of people. No, there's not a lot. There's a few people out there that really know what's going on here. And they take it and they invert it and they make money off of it. All this technology that we buy, cameras, eyes, computers, mind, antennas, hair, sensors, nose, everything out there they have stole from nature, said it was technology, put a label on it, and sold it back to us. The body can do all that shit and more, yo. All of it. The marijuana plant. Oh, I'm not creative enough, so I'm just gonna separate this plant, which longs for the masculine aspect. Therefore, it buds more. So literally, the more miserable it is, the more high I'm getting. I'm gonna smoke it every fucking day because I don't really know how to get my own imagination to work. And just literally rape the shit out of it and never plant one in the ground. Never once. Just take. Constantly consuming, conquer and devour. Right? I don't know why I was compelled to say that, but I was. Now that's not to say that the sunshine and the water and the earth have not worked together to bring us all sorts of substances that should we smoke, should we set on fire, which we don't need to. Back in the day, when they weren't constantly overstimulating every single day, they could just sit with the tree, sit with the plant, and meditate, just with the aroma, just with the essence of it, and get these experiences. But it is true, there are substances, there's ayahuasca, there's mushroom, psilocybin. Any of these things that grow naturally are a message. They're a message from the light, from the sun, the savior, whatever you want to call it. And they hold different spectrums. And those spectrums can give you different experiences. And those different experiences make you think a little bit deeper. And when you think a little bit deeper, you tend to learn something new. And all it takes is that one thought. And you start shedding everything you've taken on. Because you already have this. This is not something you're trying to achieve. It's not something you're trying to get. It's something that you are. It is you. It is everything. There's only one. The source. Soul means one. That's all there is. It's you. And you're trying to burn off these human imprints that you've had since a baby. And it could take a long time. But it's the only thing anyone should do. The only thing. Because you know what? When this happens, it's not like you just get a little break from your job every once in a while. Get a nice little vacation for a week. You flip and retire, bro. You retire. There's no more pain or suffering or good or bad or right and wrong. There just is, and you're okay with that, and you're just happy to be here experiencing the moment. Anytime someone says, what time is it? Just say it's right now. You got to stay on that leading edge of consciousness, that leading edge, because that's where everything's happening, right? The past, the future. Who cares? They're the same thing literally. But they're not right now. Anytime your head is in the past or the future, you jump off the leading edge and back into wherever the hell you were before. What's up with that? Right? Oh man, we're going to this party tonight. Remember last weekend? No, don't remember last weekend. It was great, but don't think about it, because that's going to take you out of this weekend. That's going to take you out of this moment. Right? And all the experiences are valid, guys. To the soul, there is no good and bad. There's only what you love and what you don't love. And what you don't love is bringing you to what you do love. So, here's what we're going to do. Quick plan. We are going to learn everything that makes us feel bad. Find out exactly why. Get rid of that belief any way we can. Legitimately, not just say we got rid of it. But get rid of it to the point where it doesn't affect us anymore, right? Even if that means when you see someone that passed away, you just said, you know what, that's part of life. The human body dies, but they were never the human body, so they couldn't die. And we're going to get rid of words like death in our vocabulary because they don't really exist. You've never really died. That's why you think it's weird when people die, and you're like thinking about it like, I wonder where they went, I wonder where they are. Because you don't know. They didn't even know what it was like to die. right? Your fucking awareness is out of that shit so fast, just like when you go to sleep. Can you tell me right when you fall asleep? Can you tell me right when a dream starts? No, you're just there, right? This is the soul, guys. It never dies. This is why we have dreams. So that when our eyes shut, right? Another aspect of us comes to life. We're never dead. Never, never, never dead. Yo. One more thing. This isn't for everybody, right? When it's time, right, you will know. When it's time for this awareness to come be within you and show you things and line things up, you'll know, and it will make you know. But it isn't something you can tell somebody. I know that. I know the perception somebody holds makes this knowledge kind of protect itself. I ride around in the truck with my dad all day, throwing just grade A material at him. And he hears it, but he has his own idea of it. This is why everybody has their own reality, because everybody has their own perception of what this is and what's going on here. Everybody I meet has their own perception of me. Everybody I meet, I have my own perception of them. They literally only exist in my head. The moment I shut my eyes, none of that exists anymore. If there's only 2 people in a room, and one of them shuts their eyes, the other person doesn't exist anymore, right? This is just like the creator, right? This is why they had to expand and double and split up, because how can God know that God's a loving God if God is the only awareness? You have to have an observer to define something, right? Anyway, I gotta save some for later, yo. Hey, today is a good day. It's a good day, yo. A great day. Everything happens for a reason, guys. Divine timing. So, I'm gonna go get some breakfast. And it looks like I shaved alright. It was a quick shave, but it was cool, it was cool. Alright, y'all, I love you so much. Wholeness, balanced vibrations. And keep on learning, yo. Keep on unlearning. Keep on unlearning. This gets real simple. Remember, there's nothing new under the sun. Go beyond the sun, yo. There's nothing new that's gonna appear when this happens. Your awareness will just change, and all of a sudden it'll be like reading with new eyes, seeing through new eyes. Things will mean different things. Things will have deeper meaning. Promise. So,